Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're back on Pokemon Showdown for some NU Showdown laddering, and I'm using a team that I believe Hollywood created back during the Steelix meta, but I actually changed Steelix to Rhydon because Steelix was banned, and it's a pretty fun team. I was having a lot of fun with Specs Regice, so I decided just to use it. On another note, I know I did promise that I would stream today, but I most likely won't be able to just because I haven't found the time to build my computer just yet, and that's something that's a top priority on my list, obviously, but I'm not going to really have the time today unless it's tonight, and then tomorrow I don't have the time to stream. So streams will be coming, don't worry, and I will be building my new computer, and you guys will see the specs and all that stuff too. But for now, let's look for an NU battle. I think I have some points in NU, I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, we found a battle versus Bombmon. Can I see the Pokemon, please? Can you stop lagging, friend? Alright, so my opponent's team looking a little bit standard, bar, I guess Swallow, and I guess actually these three or these two. Okay, whatever. Let's see what I win with. He has limited switch-ins to Scyther. Yeah, he actually has 0 switch-ins to Scyther. Bar this thing, which is actually a huge problem to my team. Holy crap. Hi. It's actually a really big problem to my team. As I don't have anything that really wants to take a hit from this thing. T-Bolts, HP Ice. I guess I can go for the Lilligant sweep. I wish I had HP Fire. But in any case, I'm actually going to lead off with Scyther because he has a good matchup versus the majority of his team. Bar the... Actually, no, that makes no sense. Because if I lead off with Scyther and leads off with Raichu, I have to switch. So I'm actually going to lead off with Regice. That way, I can just fire off an Ice Beam as quickly as possible. He does have Hariyama that can come in, but Hariyama switch-ins to Regice are very limited. Unfortunately, he leads off with the Hariyama, though, as I'm going to be forced to switch out. I'm not sure if I want to go out to Xatu. Honestly, I don't really have a choice, do I? I don't want Scyther's Choice Band getting knocked off just yet. So I'm going to go out to Xatu because I do have a Colbur Berry. So, 1, I can eat close combat. And 2, even though he's more than likely going to go for knockoff, I can eat it up and then roost off the damage. Of course, this doesn't help me with the fact that that Raichu's still alive, but I'm going to hit him up with a Roost because he's either going to stand and go for knockoff, or he's going to go out into Raichu or Mismagius, most likely. I guess my Mantine would be a decent switch in to Azatu, as I could just, spam Scald and burn me, but if I weaken Ferrothorn, or Ferroseed, my fault, Ferroseed, I can actually do pretty well versus his team, so... He goes Mantine. I am going to U-turn out, as it does give me switch advantage. I should definitely be able to outspeed him unless he Scarf Mantine. And I'll get the free switch into Prinplup. Though I will be fearing the Scald burn. I do have Toxic to wear down Mantine. I also do have my own Scald, which I can use to wear down his Ferroseed. And I can force Defogs from his Mantine. As I'm just going to pause it until he makes a move. We'll be right back. Pause. Where are you? Okay, so like I said, I'm able to U-turn out into my Prinplup. Now, my Prinplup is Spadef, so that's really good because it will allow me to, well, eat up any hit anyway for Mantine, but I'm thinking more so towards Mismagius. I'm not sure if it's actually Spec Swallow or regular Swallow, but he ends up going for Scald. I am just going to hit him with a Toxic. If he wants to go to Ferroseed, that's fine. I can just spam Scald as many times as I want. I do have Xatu, which is a free switch in to Ferroseed. And if I do end up Toxicing the Mantine, which I do, nice, connecting, that's going to limit its switch-ins as well as make it that I can deal with him later on. Now, I do want to try and just get up my Stealth Rock right here. Because even if he wants to stay in and spam Scald, he's going to be taking toxic damage as well. And if he does want to switch out to Ferroseed, I do have my Xatu, which is a really, really, really easy switch into Ferroseed, and I should be able to deal with that thing. As he actually ends up going Raichu. I was varying this just a bit. I do have Rhydon as a pretty easy switch in as well as Regice, so I'm actually going to go for Scald because I don't want him setting up a nasty plot. And even if he does set up a nasty plot, I do have that burn chance, as well as I can probably put him in range of Quick Attack from my Scyther, hopefully. He actually ends up going for Grass, not predicting my Rhydon to want to come in, so that's great for me. I'm not sure what type of Raichu this is, though, just based on the damage. I am Spadef, I am running an Evilite. I did nothing, though. Alright. I do just want to go Regice because Regice can definitely, or Regice, I don't know. I always used to say Regice, but I'm just saying Regice now. It's like the whole Gliscor type of thing. Just switch it up however you want. But if he isn't choice, he's going to go for T-Bolt right now, or he's going to switch out into something that can take this thing on. So he more than likely is Scarf or Specs. I don't know. I don't feel like calcing. As he ends up going out into Feral Seed, I have Xatu as a really safe switch in, as well as having the Heat Wave. I can threaten this Feral Seed. I don't want him getting up any hazards at all. And again, going Xatu is just my best play in general. I do have Focus Blast, but I don't want to take a Gyro Ball, as he actually ends up going Mantine. So that's cool. That's definitely cool. He's going to go for Defog, so what I can do is actually just go for Psyshock and whittle this Mantine. You know, wear it down just a bit, turn per turn, with the whole Toxic plus Psyshock. That makes me want to play my Pokemon Red, man. I got to upload Pokemon Red tomorrow. Holy crap, that did so much. Calm down, bro. Holy crap. I was not expecting that at all. You should definitely run some physical bulk on Mantine. It doesn't need all the special bulk, but I can just 2 KO with the Psyshock, I believe. I'm not fearing this thing. Whatever wants to come in doesn't appreciate a Psyshock. I'm okay if anything comes in, as he actually ends up sacking Mantine, so that's great. Once I get up my Stealth Rocks, they will be here to stay, and I can get them up versus not much on his team. Good to know. I could probably outspeed his Hariyama, though. So he ends up going out into Mismagius. That is a threat to me. That's actually a pretty big threat. 339. Do I want to risk the speed tie with my Scyther? I don't think so. I need Rhydon for Swellow, so I think I have to risk the speed tie with Scyther. Then again, my Lilligant isn't doing anything in this game, so I think I'll go Lilligant, because if he sets up a nasty plot, then I'll risk a speed tie after with Scyther. I'd rather not have to switch in my Scyther on a potential Shadow Ball and then risk it after that, as that did a lot. That did way too much. Holy crap. I'm just going to attempt to go for Giga Drain. He might fear me to be Scarf or something like that. He might switch out into Feral Seed, which I'm okay with, as long as well, anything happens. But he ends up going for the next Shadow Ball. I know for a fact that my Prinplup can take one hit, so I actually want to take this as an opportunity to get up my Stealth Rock. Probably not the best play, as I could definitely just go Scyther, but I know for a fact Prinplup could take just one hit, and these Stealth Rock are going to help me put Raichu in range of Quick Attack, wear down Swellow for Bandit Quick Attack from Scyther. Like, Scyther is what's going to be cleaning up in this game. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to have to risk a tie versus his Mismagius. I should definitely be able to eat even a T-Bolt from this thing if he isn't choiced in some sort of way. But I want to Calc as well, but yeah, I eat that up. Holy crap, as I am able to get up my Stealth Rock. And just going to go right for Scald. If he wants to set up a sub or nasty plot, I'm thinking this is either... I'm actually not sure what type of Mismagius this is, but I get off a free knockoff anyway in the following turn. So I can now go out to Scyther. Those rocks being up are huge, huge. Everything coming in is going to be weakened. As long as I keep my Xatu alive as well, I'm not scared of Feral Seed at all. And Regice actually also has a lot of fun. The reason I want to go Scyther over Regice, though, is because I don't want Regice getting too damaged, as I do need it for the Raichu. Knockoff should be completely free right here. Killing Mismagius, as long as it's not Color Berry, I guess. But if I do win a speed tie, that's amazing as well. And he actually ends up going Feral Seed, which is great, because I get rid of that thing's Eviolite, meaning that my Regis can probably knock it out with Specs Ice Beam. Amazing for me. I'm expecting a double from him, but I don't really mind that too much. In all honesty, I could go Regice, but I don't want to risk him going for Gyro Ball. I think I'll just go Xatu anyway, as Heat Wave will be okay after that. I am expecting him to double out into Mismagius or even Raichu, but again, the Stealth Rock damage is going to be working in my favor anyway. And as long as I keep Rhydon alive, I'm good for Swellow. So he does end up going right for Gyro Ball. And he doesn't have a switch into Heat Wave, really, because anything that takes damage is more so in my favor. So what I actually want to do is just go right for Heat Wave. If I do end up knocking out Feral Seed, perfect. That's one threat gone. I kind of also want to keep my Xatu alive, just because his Hariyama could potentially be a threat, and this is one thing that I do have to get off a super effective Psyshock on that thing. Though Scyther can deal with it, I don't want to be switching in Scyther on Hariyama, as I don't want to lose my choice span. At least not just yet. As I'm thinking his Regice is possibly choice, because he did switch out later on. But he actually ends up sacking Feral Seed. Perfect. I don't have to worry about him getting up hazards anymore. No more Iron Barbs. I can maybe spam Quick Attack late game, thinking about if it does the damage to this. But I'll pause it so he sends out one of these two, as he actually ends up sending out Swallow. So that's good, because while he will get up his while he will get his Flame Orb or Toxic Orb, I don't know. I actually don't know. He might actually be Specs like I was thinking, but no, he is not. So even better for me, as I get to get off a free hit right here. I actually do want to go for Earthquake, predicting a switch. In all honesty, he has nothing that wants to come in. I don't think it's a risky play, because I would eat up any hit anyway, as you guys saw. That did absolutely nothing. That did I'm laughing because that damage was so pitiful. It literally did 0. I'm expecting to Earthquake his Hariyama upon switching, which is something that, again, I'm expecting to hit. I don't see him going out into anything else, as my rock move is my best move, and Miss Magius wouldn't want to come in, so he doesn't end up going out to Hariyama. This should be a solid 2-hit KO, and in all honesty, I think I'm just going to go for my second Earthquake, just because I do run neutral max speed on this Rhydon. I am adamant with neutral max speed, and I should be able to 2-hit KO the Hariyama. They typically don't run enough speed, not for this anyway. Hopefully he doesn't run enough speed for this. I'm expecting a fake out though, or something along those lines, but it doesn't matter. I got off the damage on Hariyama, which means that I can now spam Ice Beam with my Regice and just get kills every single turn. And it's also looking like Xatu is now sackable, because I don't need it anymore, as I did end up outspeeding his Hariyama. So I was able to 2-hit KO with the Earthquake, which is amazing. That threat is gone. This battle is kind of long, 12 minutes, holy crap. As he ends up going out into Miss Magius, and let me think about this. Alright, if I go to Xatu and he subs, I'm in a bad position, if he does end up having sub or something. If he nasty plots, that's okay. I can always risk speed tie. I'm pretty sure Regice can take a hit anyway. I think Xatu is my best play. I do still want to save Rhydon, because it does deal with Swallow 100%. As long as I get rid of Miss Magius, I should be able to sweep with Quick Attack, I think. I'm about to calc this real quick. But he ends up knocking me out with Shadow Ball, as he is a leftovers variant, so that's good. I think I'm going to risk the speed tie right here. We out here. Let me just do some calcs real quick. This first battle's taking a while. Regice. And you trust the rest? No? We're Regice of Power? We're Specs. I'm pretty sure this won't be able to knock out the... I mean, I'm going to go out to Scyther anyway, but I'm just thinking about how much this is going to do to Miss Magius. Okay, let me give it an item. I mean, it's definitely not going to do enough, yeah. 74 to 87. Let me see Scyther and New Choice Band. Quick Attack to Raichu. Yeah, holy crap, why does that do so much? Okay, so I gotta go out to Scyther right now, and I have to click knockoff, as it will be my best play right here. Because Swallow is gonna be so low, I probably, my best bet is winning with Quick Attack, because Swallow is gonna be hella low after, you know, Stealth Rock and Guts and all that stuff. Quick Attack does a holy crap, knocks it out too. Knocks it out after the next Stealth Rock switching, which is great. This Miss Magius cannot knock out my Scyther. Worst case scenario, wins a speed tie. If it does get off a Will-O-Wisp, that sucks. But then I just win with my Regice anyway, as he does end up getting off a Will-O-Wisp, as I am not able to knock him out. But I can still win with the combination of Regice plus Rhydon, so this is not super bad for me, as he can no longer switch in due to Stealth Rock. Unfortunately, he won that speed tie. Had he not... Well, I win the second speed tie, which is nice, so he doesn't get off any prior damage. And now I can just win with these two, I believe. I don't want to save my Scyther, because I don't want to risk his Raichu setting up a nasty plot on me. As, well, I don't want to save Scyther, because if Raichu does come in and ends up setting up a nasty plot, I could be in a bad position. So what I will do is go right for the knockoff versus versus that as well. But he actually ends up going out into Swallow, so that's better for me, because that gives me a free switch into Rhydon. I can, you know, take any hit he wants to go for, and also it prevents his Raichu from setting up on me, as well as giving me a last-ditch effort Quick Attack to deal with him. Why is this battle taking so long? It's been like 15 minutes. Holy crap! I actually did a decent amount. Not even gonna lie. Yeah, Rock Blast easily best play. Knocks out Raichu, knocks out Swallow, and even if Swallow doesn't go down, I should be able to deal with it by switching into my Regice. Let's say let's say I miss Rock Blast, right? And he's able to 2-hit KO me. I switch into Regice to bait the Brave Bird or Facade, and then I sack Scyther on a double. That way I don't have to go for quick attack, or I could just sack Scyther, you know, that would also work. But I don't even know why I was thinking about making doubles. But, oh my gosh. This is really obnoxious, man. You know, he actually got banned from my last live. He actually got banned from Pokemon Showdown, I think, for the day. But he's able to knock me out with the Focus Blast, as I actually want to go out into Scyther because I want to see what type of Raichu he is. I mean, Regice is easily my best play anyway, and Regice will be able to hit one Focus Blast bar crit. But if he is like Specs or something, he has to go for Focus Blast anyway. And I believe I can just go for U-turn and knock him out. So I actually want to just see what type of Raichu this is. I mean, he's going to outspeed me regardless of what Raichu he is, unless he's modest. But yeah, he is choiced, as I am able to knock him out with the U-turn, and that's going to be a good game. So let me say good game, and let me look for another battle, and I shall pause it until we find, or not. Let me see if we can hide this room. Yes. Yeah. I have nothing against him, man, but it's just a little bit obnoxious when I'm trying to record and he's doing that. My opponent's team, pretty threatening. Lapras, interesting. I think the biggest threat is probably Miltank, because I don't know if it's Sap Sipper or not. The Regice could just smack it with a Focus Blast. It's also my Sleep Absorber. I did not know that. I want to lead off with Prinplup because I'm expecting him to want to lead off with Archeops, and I can just beat that 1v1 by Toxicking it and then going for Defog and stuff like that. Yeah, I should be good. He's probably going to get up rocks, but I do have my Defogger, so I don't really mind that too much. Scyther puts in a lot of work, as he doesn't really have a resist that wants to come in, bar like Rotom Fan, which I do have right onto. And I should be able to win with my Regice just spamming attacks, or with Scyther just cleaning up. Lilligant also just puts in work, like I said. So I'm going to go for Scald because, well, I don't want to go for anything else. He's more likely going to head smash me if he does have it. And I'm okay with neither of us getting up hazards. But he actually ends up going for the Stone Edge, as I'm able to knock him out with Scald. And that means I don't really have that many opportunities to set up Stealth Rock later on. That might be a choice banded set, because I did a hell of a lot to my Eviolite, Prinplup. Shout out to Mafuga for Prinplup, man. That dude loves this Pokemon. Mafuga loves like Prinplup, Arcanine, Jinx, all the crap Pokemon. I'm just kidding. How fast is Hariyama? I forgot. Like I saw its speed, obviously. I've been playing a lot of Gen 1. I want to see how fast it is uninvested. Hariyama. Isn't it 140? 136. Okay. Okay, friend. You're gonna have to outspeed you and get up Stealth Rock if we want any chance to get up Stealth Rock. I mean, he should run a little bit of speed, but if he doesn't, yeah, I will be able to live 1 BP. I'm pretty sure I can live Bullet Punch if he does try and go for that. So I'm going to attempt to go for my Stealth Rock, because getting them up would be really nice. It's not like I'm going to have any other opportunity to get them up this entire game anyway, as I don't have any recovery for Prinplup. And, yeah, I'm going to just attempt to go for my Stealth Rock. I don't think BP can knock me out. I think it's only going to do like 6%. 6%, yeah, around there. And if he does knock me out, nice. The Stealth Rock are up, and because of Stealth Rock are up, he has nothing to switch into a choice banded Aerial Ace. Even Rotom Fan won't appreciate it, and I do get to find out what type of Miltank he is if he does choose to switch that in. So that was huge that I got up those Stealth Rock, and I could just click Aerial Ace. It is my best play. I don't care if he has a resistance, because I do have a switch into that resistance. So this is easily my best play, yeah, by far. And I'm expecting to hit Miltank or even Rotom, but he ends up going out to Miltank, so he's physically defensive. I don't want him getting up Stealth Rock. I don't know if this is Stealth Rock or it probably is Archeops, in all honesty, but him getting up Stealth Rock would suck, so I have to go Zatu right here. He's definitely physically defensive, so that's good to know, as like I said, later on, Regice might actually put in some work if I can weaken Hariyama, as he ends up going for Body Slam. And that's great that he actually paralyzed me, because now what I can do is get off a slow U-turn, as long as I don't get fully paralyzed, and that gives me a free switch into something to deal with this thing. Probably my my Regice. I don't know if he has Thick Fat or not. That's the thing. I don't know if he has Thick Fat, Sap Sipper, or Scrappy. I wish I knew, because then that mean I could put it to sleep with my Lilligant. but he does end up switching out to Hariyama. Interesting switch, as I am able to get up my U-turn, and I can just rinse repeat the process. He doesn't have a switch in now to Scyther at all, now that his Miltank hasn't recovered, as Aerial Ace will be a 2-hit KO, and Hariyama, while it's going to be able to stay in and go for fake out on my Scyther, I don't really mind that, and I can just click Aerial Ace once again, man. And Hariyama just taking all this chip damage from Stealth Rock from U-turn is amazing for Regice for my Lilligant, because this thing is Assault Vest. It usually runs Assault Vest, and now it won't be able to switch in as many times as it wants to. But he ends up going out to Rotom Fan. I do a nice amount. Nice amount, as I can just go out to my Rhydon. I don't mind if he tricks me or goes for HP Grass. If he goes for HP Grass, then I'm pretty sure he's E-Belt, not yeah, I'm pretty sure he's E-Belt if he goes for HP Grass, and he's not Choice in some sort of way, which means that Scyther will be able to outspeed him anyway and knock him out with the Aerial Ace again. Look how much that did to a Resistance. You think you living just because you were Resistance? I'm going to pause it though until he picks a move. We'll be right back. Alright, so he ends up going for the Trick right here, and that's perfect because now he just lost his Choice Scarf user. I'm just going to spam Roar as many times as possible because I'm kind of expecting him to want to switch out into Miltank to tank a hit, or even Hariyama. And as many times as I'm able to phase something out, especially that Miltank, it just means that he won't be able to come in later on. So if he wants to go for Air Slash for some reason, that'd be funny, but he does end up going Harry, and I'm able to phase it out. Lapras comes in though. Is this thing choiced? It probably is. I don't know. It might be Life Orb. I'm just going to go for Roar. I don't want to risk a Dragon Dancing up on me. And also, this is the most expendable member on my team now that I don't need it, as Rotom is no longer Choice Scarf. So he doesn't end up trying to Dragon Dance. And I'm just going to be able to phase him out as many times as possible. Hariyama comes in. Yo, I could make some plays. I could go Xatu on the close combat and then go back out into Rhydon on the knockoff. We're doing, we living. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make some unnecessary plays. I'm gonna go Xatu on the close combat, then go back out into alright, fine. If you ain't gonna go for close combat there, I don't need you. Going back to Raikou anyway on the knockoff, as I will be able to, you know, get rid of this item and deal with this threat. I can't believe he faked out my Rhydon though. I think that was a waste of a turn. Close combat did more damage overall that turn anyway, and all I had was Roar. So he knocks off my Choice Scarf, so I'm going to be free to fire off this Earthquake right here. I know I will be able to outspeed because my Prinplup was able to outspeed, and I can now go into, pretty sure I can actually go out to Scyther and just click U-turn. While Aerial Ace might be better, I want to be able to U-turn out into my Regice, because Regice prevents the Miltank from healing up, so it also prevents me from getting swept by this. It just smacks the rest of his team, so I should be able to just U-turn out right here, knocks him out. If he does choose to switch out, which I'd be okay with, honestly. If you want to switch out, bro, if you want to switch out into Miltank, I'm good with that. If you want to switch out into this thing, sacking, I'm good with that. Hariyama's like at 4 HP anyway, and I just prevented him from getting up Stealth Rock, so I'm going to pause until he picks a move. We'll be right back. So he decides just to go for BP right there, getting off some last-ditch effort damage on me. Completely fine. Hariyama being gone is perfect for Lilligant. Though I'm pretty sure if... we'll find out what type of Miltank he is by me going out to Regice. If he sends it out, that means he has Thick Fat, which means that Lilligant sweeps his team. And, well, they'll bar like a Life Orb Ice Shard from Lapras. And if he goes for the... if he goes for anything else, I'm pretty sure then he doesn't have Thick Fat. But if he goes Miltank, he has Thick Fat, which means that I can knock him out with Specs Focus Blast. Assuming I hit, though. And, well, it's probably is Spadef, though. But we'll find out right here what type of Miltank he is, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to pause until he picks a move. We'll be right back. Alright, so Miltank ends up coming out. Pretty sure he's Thick Fat then. And I'm just going to go right for Focus Blast. That's interesting, though, because he has Hariyama. So I'm not sure 100% that he's Thick Fat. But if he is, okay. Okay, you got me. As he ends up going for Milk Drink, let's see if I could actually land it. Of course I can land it. I landed 8 in a row. So I'm able to OHKO this Miltank. I don't know why I thought he was especially defensive. I even brought up that topic because a Choice Band Aerial Ace Technician boosted from Scyther did like 36%. So I was able to clean OHKO that thing as Miss Magius can definitely come in. He actually ends up going out to Rotom Fan, so that's better for me because what I can do is actually sack my Zatsu. I do not need this Zatsu at all. Doesn't beat anything on his team. If anything, it's a liability because of the paralysis chance. Miss Magius could potentially get up a sub. Lapras could potentially get up a Dragon Dance. So easily my best sack right here as he decides to trick me for some reason. So I don't really mind that. I'm just going to click U-turn as well because I don't want to be setup fodder just in case he does decide to switch out into something. I would get 2 chances to potentially U-turn, and he's more than likely just going to knock me out anyway with the T-Bolt. So cool. I can now go out into I think Lilligant might actually be better. Yeah, I think Lilligant might actually be better than anything else because Lilligant prevents Miss Magius from coming in and forcing the speed side, because what I could do is just Quiver Dance up on the Miss Magius, and it also knocks out Lapras straight up. And even though he does have Ice Shard on Lapras, I will be able to live it anyway and knock him out with the Giga Drain due to my Metal Plate. So I also knew I would be able to outspeed him just because I was timid, and max speed Rotom. If you couldn't see, I was clicking it. I already knew it hit 298, but that's a tip right here. This shows you the max speed that the Pokemon can hit. As you can see, it says 306 right there. Rotom said 298, so it was automatic that I would be able to outspeed him. And Lilligant means that I can Quiver Dance up versus Miss Magius, like 100%, and just click Giga Drain. If Lapras comes out and he goes for Ice Shard, I click Giga Drain anyway, knock him out, and I think this thing just wins the game. So he doesn't end up going to Lapras. He's probably just going to Ice Shard. Completely fine by me, as I'll be able to eat it up. I mean, it's going to do a hell of a lot. Not going to lie. This thing is more than likely the Life Orb Lapras. I didn't see any item on it, so it should do a hell of a lot to me, as he doesn't even end up going for the Ice Shard. Really interesting play right there. You thought you were living a Giga Drain from my girl Lilligant? This is my girl Lilligant. You kidding me? And I'm just going to pause until he sends up Miss Magius. We'll be right back. I'm just going to Quiver Dance up because if he sets up a Nasty Plot, I should be able to live 1+1 Shadow Ball. And also I get to find out what type of item he's running on this Miss Magius. Though if he does trick Nasty Plot, yeah, he doesn't end up going for Nasty Plot. So I'm going to be able to outspeed him in the following turn, get off a +1 Metal Plate boosted Giga Drain. It's more than likely not going to knock him out, but because he has Nasty Plot, I'm thinking he's Life Orb. So even if he does knock me out, he should be killing himself with a Life Orb. Yep, as I was right, and that's definitely a Life Orb. So it is going to be a double down, but it's 2-0 in my favor, so just going to say good game. And we're going to look for one more, whoops, almost used my RBY team. We're going to look for one more battle, and yeah, I'll pause it, we'll be right back. Alright, so we got another game. Honestly, I was about to say my opponent's team looks like an NU team, but I just realized I'm in the NU tier, duh. So Regice has a lot of fun versus my opponent's team, as he has nothing to switch into Specs Ice Beam. I'm actually going to lead off with that. And he has 3 potential Stealth Rockers, Mawile, Mesprit, and Seismitoad. I'm thinking it's Seismitoad though, just because Mesprit is more than likely his Choice Scarf user or his Healing Wish user. He ends up leading off with Swellow, which is good for me because I can just click Ice Beam. If he does end up going for Protect right here, that's fine, because I do have Rhydon, which I can just switch out into. And I don't know if he's actually Specs or not, but either way, I'm going to be able to fire off a Specs Ice Beam right here as he ends up going for U-turn. He has 1 resist, and it's going to like take like 90,000 damage from this Ice Beam. So a resist doesn't necessarily mean you're going to live, bro. Resist, therefore live. I know that's the logic of some players. That's the logic of me when I'm playing Pokemon Red, but not for Specs Regice. As, holy crap, that did nothing. Yeah, that actually did nothing. I don't really care if he gets up rocks. Yes, I do. What the hell am I saying? He's going to go for Scald. So what I'll do is I'll go for Ice Beam again. Expecting him to go for Scald. If he wants to go for Rock, I don't think he's going to go for Rocks. I'm expecting him to go for Scald right here, or Knockoff. As that's actually going to work out in my favor because I was able to freeze him. That sucks. But that shouldn't necessarily matter because he will be able to go for Scald anyway. And what I'm actually going to do is go out to Lilligant, because if he doesn't end up going for Scald, that's really unfortunate that I froze him. Lilligant is just a free switch, and like regardless, and I do have Sleep Powder as well to deal with any threats, as he actually ends up thawing, going for Scald. Good play on my opponent's part, going for Scald. And what I actually want to do is just click Giga Drain. Honestly, I don't mind at all. Like him going out into Xatu. I just want to, gauge the damage anyway. Or I could just go Regice. I'm pretty sure I could just go Regice. I'm going to go Regice right here. Predicting his double into Xatu, or switching to Xatu rather. I don't expect him to stay in. If he goes for Stealth Rock, that's fine. I do have a Defogger anyway on my team. As he doesn't going out to Xatu. Nice. Nice. And what I'm actually going to do right here is click T-Bolt because Ice Beam is so obvious. And, it could 2-hit KO the Seismitoad pretty handily. And I think T-Bolt is my better play because Mawile more than likely will be coming in. And on this U-turn, yeah. And max special attack, modest T-Bolt should do a hell of a lot to Mawile. Probably about 70-80%, if I'm being honest. If Seismitoad wants to come back in, okay, that's cool. I don't mind that. He doesn't going out to Seismitoad though. Really interesting play because Ice Beam would have 2-hit KO'd him. And again, Lilligant is just a free switch for me. I'm really surprised he actually went Seismitoad. Maybe he just doesn't want to risk Mawile because he knows it has crap special defense. I was thinking about going Xatu right there as he's going for knockoff. So, what I can do is just click Giga Drain. It's obvious that Xatu's coming in, but again, I just want to go for Giga Drain. This is my safer play. I don't think he's going to stay in, but if he does end up staying in, trying to go for Stealth Rock, I get rid of Seismitoad, which is nice. Nice. Yeah, boy. He does end up trying to stay in, predicting my double, which is why sometimes the safer play is the best play. And there goes his Stealth Rocker. So, and I was able to get rid of one of his best switch-ins to Regice as well as Rhydon and stuff like that. So that's perfect for me getting rid of that threat. It was good that I actually doubled out earlier on in the game just because, another play I could have made was just go out to Xatu to get up the Stealth Rock, but I guess I ain't real enough. Do I need this Pokemon? I guess as a last-ditch effort, Sleep Powder versus Mawile, but we quiver. We quiver. I don't know if he has Grass Knot anyway. He might just U-turn as well, so. I'm just going to quiver. I don't care. This is my girl Lilligant. As he doesn't go in for U-turn, so that's great because I will be able to either Sleep Powder something or deal with something. If Mawile comes in, well, I think Zangoose might be coming in all honesty, but I don't know. This quick attack definitely knocks out my Lilligant from there. Let me see Zangoose real quick. Lilligant, he has to go. Actually, no. Quick attack is a roll. Oh wow. So he can't go. And actually, no, it's not a roll. It doesn't even knock me out. I'm at 54%. Well, 53% technically. But now he's in a bad position because he can go Mawile, and it's a 50-50, which is more so in my favor because he might just double out to Xatu. And like I said, it's more so in my favor because I can always just click Tri Attack or, well, I'm pretty sure Nature Power turns into Tri Attack, which is a pretty cool, unique move on this Pokemon. Ends up going Mesprit. I am just going to click Giga Drain right here. I don't mind if he goes back out into Xatu at all. I also just want to weaken Mesprit for this thing. More likely just going to U-turn as well. But he should actually double out into Xatu right here. But either way, Giga Drain is just recovering HP. I don't expect this to be a Stealth Rocker because Seismitoad had leftovers. And I'm going to pause it because I'm talking way too much. Alright, so I was able to get off a nice amount of damage on the Mesprit. But now he's in range of, well, now I'm in range of where I'm revenge killed by Zangoose 100%. Let me see Scyther's U-turn versus Zangoose. Death. Not really, actually. Aerial Ace is my better play. But he ends up going out into Xatu, though. How much did U-turn do before? Not enough. I guess maybe he doesn't have quick attack on Zangoose. Maybe he's fearing it. I don't know, but I'm just going to get Giga Drain as well. I want to potentially get back some HP from this Xatu, as well as if U-turn is his best bet to hit me, I can definitely just recover a bit of damage with this. I'm out of range of U-turn now as he ends up going for Psyshock. Fails to knock me out, and what I can do is just go right for Nature Power right here. It's Tri Attack. Imagine I get another freeze. That'd be pretty funny actually if I got another freeze. I'm pretty sure Nature Power does turn into Tri Attack if I'm not mistaken. The reason Hollywood had Nature Power over HP Fire is because Nature Power is the most neutral attack you can get to hit Xatu, to hit everything in general. And he has Metal Play as well to boost his Grass type attacks. Yeah, it's definitely It's definitely try attack, as I was able to get off a hell of a lot on that Xatu to the point where he actually cannot. Shoutouts to Hollywood, who made this. But to the point where he actually cannot switch in on any move from any one of my mons. And I should actually be able to get up Stealth Rock. So he ends up going Mawile, as Rhydon is pretty safe right here. I think so. And are you... Yes, sir. Wait, what if I tell him and then he goes like 10 times harder and smacks me? Gotta think long term about this. Do I tell him? Yes, sir. Because Xatu can easily come in, and I do have a switch in for Xatu being Regice, I do just want to go right for Earthquake because I don't want to risk anything really happening right here. If Xatu comes in, fine. I don't want to risk losing my Rhydon to this Mawile if he doesn't go in for the Iron Head. So I'm just gonna go right for Earthquake. If Xatu wants to come in, so be it. I would rather not let Mawile set up, as Mawile is a huge threat to my team. As Xatu does end up coming in, and Psyshock, Roost, U-turn. I don't think he has Giga Drain. He probably has Heat Wave. So I'm actually gonna go for Mega Horn, predicting him to Roost right here. This is max attack Mega Horn. I should be able to do a hell of a lot. I don't think he has Giga Drain or Grass Knot, to be completely honest. As if he does, well, I'm about to get wrecked. But I'm expecting a Roost right here. No, he definitely doesn't, because Roost, Psyshock, U-turn, yeah. I'm able to knock him out with the max attack Mega Horn. Great, because now my Rhydon is still healthy enough to the point where I can take any hit from anything, and I can get up my Stealth Rock with Primplup. So this is really good for me. Surprised he didn't actually Roost there, but yeah, he already showed U-turn. He showed Psyshock. Mawile ends up coming in. You are a threat and a half. Hell yeah, you're a threat. Let's Earthquake this threat. Holy crap. This is max attack, by the way, so I'm pretty sure Mawile will die regardless. Though this Iron Head is going to hurt a lot, unless I do outspeed him. I don't know if he's running max speed or not, but wow, Mawile actually set up as he ends up going for Iron Head, which does 0. That did 0 because of that actually did 0. Because of the fact that he had Intimidate. I don't even know why I was thinking about Sheer Force, but I'm actually going to take this as an opportunity to go Primplup because I want to get up my Stealth Rocks. I'm kind of expecting him to switch out into Mesprit, to be completely honest, as he wouldn't do anything to me anyway. Actually, this might actually be a Stealth Rocker. I don't know. But he does end up Baton Passing out. Whatever he goes out into cannot OHKO me. Not from full, at least. Not from full. And the reason I want to get up Stealth Rock is because Swellow is a threat, as well as Zangoose. Actually, Zangoose could just come in right here. That's actually cool that he went for Baton Pass. He was probably expecting to go out to something, but Primplup. Yeah, this Facade about to hurt. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna die. Eviolite. Yes, I am. That's cool. That's actually really bad for me. Then again, he has no more. I don't need this. I want to save Primplup because Primplup can potentially deal with Mesprit. So I want to sack my Xatu. That way I can get the free switch into my Scyther and click Aerial Ace and actually just get kills at this point. So I'm saving Primplup as well because I can also get up Stealth Rock. I can last ditch effort Scald something. And though I'm not going to live this hit with my Xatu, I do get off damage on him. And he's already in range of... everything's already in range of Aerial Ace from my Scyther. I don't want to go for U-turn because it has that chance to not knock him out, obviously. Actually, it's never going to knock him out from this range of HP. Choice Band runs that? Oh, they run Bug Bite in NU? I didn't know that. Hollywood, what you doing, bro? Actually, Bug Bite would be a lot better. But I'm going to be able to get off this Aerial Ace right here. And as long as Rhydon's still alive, which it is, I can deal with whatever he wants to go for. Or whatever he wants to do. As he is just going to sack Mawile. Mawile should be 2-hit KO by this, though. And his best bet is actually going for Baton Pass, predicting me to want to switch out. So I'm just going to go right for Aerial Ace again. Because I could just go Primplup and get up Stealth Rock. And I don't want to risk that happening at all. As I will be able to 2-hit KO the Mawile. And I guess Zangoose could potentially come in right here. though I am expecting Mesprit. And Regis is kind of expendable at this point, as it doesn't do anything versus his team at all. And it's already at like 50%, isn't it? Like something like that? Yeah, it's at 51%. It doesn't do anything. And if he does end up going Mesprit and you turning out into Zangoose, that's fine, because he'd be taking one poison turn that time, and then he'd be taking another one right after that. Also, if he went Swallow, I would have been fine. But I'm going to sack my Regis right here because, like I said, it's the most expendable member on my team. Rhydon still has some viability in beating, or some usability. What's it called? Yeah, usability. I think that's a word. I'm about to Google this because I don't want to sound stupid. I don't remember the words, man. I hate the English language so much. I grew up learning English, but it's such a stupid language, I swear. He doesn't go in for Zen Headbutt, as that's completely fine by me. I, again, do want to get up my Stealth Rock, as that will be putting things in range of attacks like Xatu and stuff like that. And Xatu, no, not Xatu. Basically, what I want to do is put Stealth Rock up to limit his switch-ins, as well as put Mesprit in range of attacks from the majority of my members. So I will be able to eat one hit, and these Stealth Rock also mean that I can just click U-turn with my Scyther whenever his Zangoose ends up coming out. And I'm also just limiting these switch-ins that Mesprit has. I'm expecting him just to go for the Zen Headbutt right here, to be completely honest. Though, then again, going Zangoose could work out as well. Zangoose might actually be a problem. No, Zangoose isn't a problem. Nah, I'm good. Especially because he's physical Mesprit. My Rhydon takes him on, so I should be good to go. These Stealth Rock also mean that when Swallow gets to about 50%, I can deal with it. So I'm expecting him either to go directly into Zangoose or stay in and go for that. As unfortunately for me, he does end up getting the flinch right there. That's actually pretty bad for me. Yeah, I need my Stealth Rock up. That way I can actually win this game. So I have to hope he either misses or doesn't flinch me. Though a miss would be amazing. Though he's probably not going to be able to flinch me. Nice. Do I risk? Like, I'm pretty sure you eat this up, bro. I'm actually more than positive you eat this up. But do I want you to get weakened for the Swallow is the problem. No, I don't. So I'm just going to leave in my Primplep as fodder. It has 100% fodder. As I think it's going to become a 50-50 whether or not, if he doesn't flinch my Scyther, basically. Is that choice banded damage? I'm not even sure. I'm pretty sure that's Scarf. Like, he showed it earlier. It might be Scarf. I'm not sure. If that's actually choice banded damage, then I don't know. But Aerial Ace knocks out everything right here. I'm not sure of the damage because I don't feel like calculating it at all. I don't know if he showed earlier if he was Scarf or not. Like, Scarf makes the most sense on his team. Why is my ear hurting? Obviously I can't do anything anyway. So he is Scarf, yeah, like I was expecting. And thankfully he does not flinch me, as I'm going to be able to knock him out with the Aerial Ace. And I think it's a 50-50 right here, because I believe he has to go for the... no, it's a 50-50 and then it's another 50-50. Because if he goes at Swallow, if he goes for Brave Bird and I get in Rhydon, I win the game because I'm going to be able to get a kill right here. Yeah. So I think it's a 50-50 at the end because I wasn't able to get up my Stealth Rock earlier, and then I wasn't able to scald him. I would have been Torrent. It would have done a lot, to the point where I could have just quick attacked. And actually, no, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 50-50 because he has to go out to Swallow right here. Like, Swallow is his best play by far. And now it's whether or not he's going to go for U-turn or the close combat. Let me calc this again one more time. Swallow. Okay, quick attack does 50 to 59. Okay, that's cool. Zangoose. Quick attack does 46 to whatever. Let's see, -1. Does actually a nice amount of damage. Now it's a 50-50. He's going to be taking Stealth Rock, which is good to note. Very, very, very good to know. How much does it do without -1? Because then it's another 50-50. Then he just wins. Okay. Do I have to stay in? I think I have to stay in. I don't want to stay in. Whatever. I'm going Rhydon. Because if he goes Zangoose and goes for close combat, then he might not actually just go for... He ends up being Specs. Crap. And he got a crit on top of that. I don't even think that mattered. But wow, it's whatever. I don't even think that mattered. But wow, he was Specs. Did not see that coming at all. Oh, that was a good game though. It's whatever. That was really cool. I did not see that coming. I really thought he was the Flame War variant, and then it would have been down to 50-50s. But then he just completely just got that out of nowhere and smacked me alive with that. What could I have done differently? I didn't do anything wrong in this game. Yeah, I'm fine. I guess I just gotta go for crits. GG. As yeah, I won't be able to knock him out. It's really cool. I wasn't expecting Spec Swallow on this at all. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all, but he's able to knock me out with the Boom Burst, and that's going to be a good game. So, hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like if you did. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And, yeah, until next time, guys. Later.